Welcome to Xbox Uncut's episode 307. We're here for a week of video game news discussion inside Xbox and, just general bullshitting around. This week joining me, I have the wonderful Steph. Welcome to the show, Steph.
What up, what up?
I also am greeted by the wonderful Will. How you doing, Will?
Hey, what's up?
And one day we might actually have Eric. He said he'd be on tonight. He'll probably come in, I don't know, in an hour and then go, hey, let's cover everything again. I have a feeling it's going to be his format. But let's just get this show rolling. So I know, Steph, you said you didn't get a chance to really watch any of the videos or really check out what happened on the stream. Inside Xbox was interesting. It was more like a Nintendo Direct than anything. And it was kind of like game after game. I think we'll put it right in the pre-show. A lot of indie level devs. It was, I don't think it's a misstep, but I think it was a missed opportunity to kind of have like a big Batman or some kind of third party game to really, other than just Assassin's Creed, for, I don't know, 15 seconds show like a clip.
Wait, it was only 15 seconds of
It was like, I don't know, it's hard because like they kept saying gameplay all week, and in the sense that it was a game trailer and in-game, like it wasn't like it was an in-engine situation where it's like, yeah, this is just being rendered by the engine. It's like, no, this is what the game's going to look like. But you didn't really have any HUDs through the entire thing. It was more like, hey, these are trailers of what the game's going to actually look like. And like you either are on the camp that this was pre-rendered, which is fucking bizarre because nothing looked that good, or it was, this is like, oh, terrible, it looks like, and it's like, bitch, this is third-party games. This is what PS5 and the Series X are going to look like on these games. Like they look like indie games, It looks like, let's say, Dirt 5. It was there. It looks like that. It's it's not a bad thing. It's just, it's Dirt 5. Like, depending on how you want to take it, I don't know, Will. What did you think overall?
Okay, it wasn't. I think the marketing kind of fell hard on this one. I think they hyped it up a little too much compared to what we got. They should just said a small showcase of games we have coming up for the X instead of like a big third-party blowout or something. I mean, it wasn't advertised like that exactly, but they did. I did feel like they hyped it up a little much compared to what we got.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried to somewhat temper expectations, but they should stop doing that. Like, they should just be upfront, like, hey, we got a little preview of games and stuff. But I mean, the games that they showed were pretty cool. I liked like a good 5 or 6 of them. Some of them I had to see more of, but overall the format was good for the Inside Xbox as far as Inside Xbox goes, because they didn't do too much talking.
Yeah, it was more dev focused. Like, it was just like, hey, what do you got to say about your game? Like, not. There wasn't a bunch of kids on stage going, hey, isn't this cool? Like, it's just not, yeah, it didn't have that feel. I mean, there was a little bit of that, but nowhere near what it usually is. But running through the games, they showed Bright Memory Infinite, which I actually thought looked really cool. It's like this samurai / gun game. Like, but it looked
What's
really
the name of that?
Good. Bright Memory Infinite.
That might be the one we were talking about, Will. Remember?
I
was trying to remember what it was called.
No, I think this was different.
This is different. These pretty much everything here is a world premiere. Like, yeah.
I know what you're talking about stuff though, but yeah, this one looked kind of similar in some ways.
Is it first person?
Yeah, it's first person.
I'm a
yeah. Go on YouTube and watch.
I'm on it here.
While we're discussing. I mean, I really thought, like, visually, I thought it looked really cool. I don't know. It was a lot of particle effects.
Yeah.
A lot of particle effects. But cool, nonetheless. I mean, I dug it to the point where I was like, man, this is more like a, I don't know, Ninja Gaiden-ish something, but it like didn't they say it was all made by one person?
Yeah,
on
one
the team?
guy.
Yeah,
That's pretty insane.
Yeah, that's the one I seen. Yeah, I seen this on Twitter.
yeah.
I seen like a short clip on Twitter.
But
I
yeah, it
think
looks
it's
really
on.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it kind of looked like? It was kind of like Timefall mixed with like
Oh my god, I gotta find it though.
yeah, it was like Timefall mixed with what's that samurai game? Not samurai. Yeah, it's like a goofy sword game.
Sekiro versus mixed with Titanfall.
And, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, what's the name of that stupid game? Shadow Warrior. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, so it's like Timefall mixed with like Shadow Warrior, except except you play like a girl. Because I seen like some of the key art. You play like a girl, I guess, with like these cool gauntlets and like a sword. Um, so I mean the environments look kind of sparse, but considering the production value into one dude, I kind of lost slack here. But I mean the comps look pretty cool. I'm looking forward to see how the game actually plays like full on. So I'm just curious to see how the full game is gonna look. I don't know if it's on preview or not. I heard that was the case or something like
Mhm.
that, but like on Steam. But yeah, it looked cool. I'll be down to play it if it's good.
Okay. Followed up, they went into Dirt 5, which, yeah, I mean, it looks really cool visually. It's has like, it's has whatever you like Dirt game, like really cool mud effects when the cars are driving through. Very
Mhm.
clean looking. What's really interesting about it is we don't know about resolution wise, but it's like the first real big 120 frames per second game
Yeah, yeah.
run on the Series X. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's actually one of the better looking games that they showed off in
Yeah.
the show. Like that and Assassin's Creed, probably one
It
of the best
definitely,
games.
I think, I'm trying to remember who was talking about it, but yeah, it has a lot of, you could see the influence of Forza Horizon on it.
Oh yeah, very much. Yeah,
Uh,
I mean they kind of influence each other because like I know Horizon kind of cribbed some stuff from Dirt's like
yeah,
presentation, and then I guess they kind of like return the favor, I guess.
but
But
it looks fantastic.
yeah, it looks really good. I mean, they're still gonna stop support for Dirt Rally. I think is 2.0. I think it's called. I have it as well, but I just haven't been able to get down to it. But it's a really good rally game. I definitely recommend it. But yeah, so they're gonna Dirt 5 is gonna be a thing. I mean, the Dirt's usually be a pretty good series. Like I really enjoy the the regular Dirt series more than the rally. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, this is looking good. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. And then we went, what did we go into? It was Scorn. Well, before I moved from Dirt 5, Dirt 5 was the first smart delivery game. And I'm going to say there's actually a lot of smart delivery games coming. Uh,
Yeah.
where if you buy it on Xbox One, it works on Series X, vice versa, doesn't matter. And then we got a curveball coming up, but not. We'll get to Madden in a minute. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had Scorn, and this is this like, man, this is just a creepy fucking game. Like, it's like, so they showed like a bunch of figures, and like, it's the art style's really cool. Like it reminded me of like the Mass Effect art style. Um, but you have like this flesh growing out of all the figures, and I don't even know how to describe this game. Like there's a human, well, I don't know if it's human or not, but there's a body, and then it's moving around, and it puts its like eyeball or puts something into another creature, and it grows an eye.
Yeah. Very
It's
weird.
you have to watch the trailer to understand. It's just fucking weird and creeped me the fuck out. It's
It's very
from the.
much like
Oh, I'm sorry. Go
it's like
ahead.
no, it's very like H.R. Geiger from like the guy who developed like Alien. His creepy art style is all over that. Um, and like a lot of Prometheus too, because I've seen like heads of like
Uh huh.
people over it. So I feel like Prometheus mixed with like
Mass Effect. That's what I
original,
feel like.
yeah,
It's Prometheus mixed with Mass Effect.
yeah, maybe even like Clive Barker stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's very interesting.
I mean, it's It's definitely weird. Definitely weird. Um,
I'm just curious what the game's gonna be about. If it's like
because it's from the guys that made what is it? What's the game where you're walking down the hallways? Man, I'm
Layers of
blank.
Fear.
Huh?
Layers of Fear.
No, it's not Layers of Fear. The rooms change constantly as you walk.
Uh,
Not We Happy Feet. It's
the
the
indie
one
game.
with the paintings.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh man, I'm totally fucking missing on this one. Because I beat this game like twice. I can't believe I'm not.
There's two of them. It's the one that was
Yeah.
in preview.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're talking about.
I will find
hor-
the name to
it's a
this
hor-
game if it's the
it's a horror game.
fucking last
Yeah, the
thing I
horror
do.
game.
Yeah. It's
It's
gonna
not.
happen, people. This is terrible podcasting, but
But it's okay. But while you're looking for it, I want to say that if anyone hasn't seen that Bright Memory gameplay, that is mind blowing. That looks 60 frames.
Oh, the one with the samurai.
Oh, that was dope. The fuck.
Yeah. Was that the one you was talking about?
It is very similar to this, but this looks like a AAA version of what I said.
Is that the one you're talking about? Is the wall running one with like we just
That
have to
had
storm?
wall. Both of these had the same thing in it. The one that I had saying looked more like dungeony than this. I mean, it could be a different level, but it looks similar. But I mean, this is more like someone was actually playing the game. This you could tell this was like see. I mean, I guess maybe not CGI. I don't know. I'm not sure what they call it. In engine shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much of that was all like 100% pure gameplay. But if that's straight up gameplay, my god, that looks amazing. That's
Yeah.
that's the best looking shit I've seen. With all the stuff going on, the like background, like the the weather effects, and then your 60 frames, and oh man,
I don't know. Atomic Hearts
I
is gonna
got
be.
it. I got it finally. Layers of Fear.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's Bloober
Yeah.
Team though. I think this is different from this one. Are they the same? I don't think it's the same team though, is it?
I could have swore when they were
And
the devils.
well, you
Maybe I'm
might be.
thinking about
Yeah, the other one.
what is the medium? No, the medium is
Yeah, medium. That's Bloober Team. Yeah.
okay. All right. Well, we're moving on from Scorn, and we are in which Scorn is actually launching on Game Pass. So
Yeah.
this weird fucking game that's probably gonna give me nightmares. Well, day one, Game Pass.
Same vein as Blair Witch, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. We have this really cool looking flight shooter, space shooter, first person.
Like looked like Everspace
It's
mixed
called
with like
Chorus.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Chorus. But they made the U look weird in the trailer, so I don't know how you pronounce it. I would imagine
Yeah.
Chorus.
Yeah, it looked like Control mixed with like Everspace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But I mean, graphically, it looked really cool. Honestly.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm down. I'm always down for a space opera. Like, I will enjoy this if the story's good. And so far, like in this one trailer, we got like kind of a half decent story. So I got my fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm always looking for that Star Fox like hit. Like a story based, shooter, like level, like plane, like what do you call it? Jet shooter. I don't know, whatever you call them. Yeah.
I
So
don't like rail. Is it rail shooter? No, it's not
yeah,
rail shooter.
I guess in a way. I mean,
It's not on rails. I'm
I
not
mean,
sure what they call it.
I guess it has some. I don't know. I forgot the like maybe a flight combat game. I guess is that what it is? Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm always looking on look for those type of games. Like Everspace was like it was good, but it ain't like the story didn't quite hit. So maybe this one will be more. I know it's not the same development team, but if
mm.
this one hits good, then I'll be pretty happy with
real
it.
real quick. I just want to say I watched the Assassin's Creed trailer, and this is some absolute bullshit. What kind of trailer is this? It's
Yeah,
supposed to be
man.
the reveal of gameplay.
I know
I
everybody's saying
don't.
the same thing.
Do they forget what it's like to play the game so people can see what gameplay is?
Yeah,
It's like a sizzle reel or something. I don't even know what this is.
I mean, a lot of the AC games have done that, unfortunately, because they usually spread out their coverage over the next couple weeks and stuff. So I can expect them to do it
No, you
again.
usually see it at E3. There's no E3, so I don't understand what they're waiting for.
Yeah, they're probably doing it with like Jeff's show, maybe, and like IGN's show. So they're trying to like hit all the different spots and try not to like wear out all their coverage, I guess, on one spot. They like to spread out the coverage a lot.
The
For
main character looks
marketing
kind of
reasons.
cool, but I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think they made anybody want to buy it with this shit.
yeah. I mean, it just looks like another Assassin's Creed, even though the setting is dope.
I
they
felt like
need
when
to
I
show
seen
more.
Origins and Odyssey, they made me kind of want to buy them. This I didn't feel that way.
Yeah, I mean the setting's cool, but I don't know. They
We
haven't
won in
really made.
Japan. We won in Japan, bro. Just say it.
Yeah, there's that, but like they just haven't made a great case for like, especially if you play like 200 hour like Odyssey, you want to go right back into another AC where like a million things are on the map and all that. But although I heard they did adjust that, they're gonna like not have smaller areas and not make it as bloated. So
Yeah, this is. They said this isn't the biggest or the longest one. It's
what did you?
more of a.
Yeah,
It's more of a more a little bit more linear and a little bit more condensed. Okay.
yeah, it's good. I like it.
That is yeah, I like that too.
Plus you got that dope crow. That's a perfect
Oh, was that is
bird
that like
companion.
the that's like the bird companion like in
Yeah.
Origins, I guess.
Yeah, I like the Origins bird more than the Odyssey bird, though. To be honest with you,
I didn't play Odyssey, so
I mean it's okay, but it just seems like kind of like
Y'all
a
I
skipped
told
all
you.
the way to Valhalla.
No, I was just mentioning that I watched the trailer and
Okay.
we had talked about how there was like 15 seconds of gameplay or something like
Yeah.
that, and yeah, that's some bullshit. They bullshit. But yeah, we can go on to the next game. Go ahead.
All right. Well, then we got Madden 21.
Oh, I
Um,
didn't see Madden. There's no trailer
uh,
for it on
it's
Xbox.
literally maybe 3 seconds or four
yeah, there's
seconds
anything.
of fucking Madden 21.
Oh yeah, who's the cover? Who's the cover? Is
I
it
don't think
Lamar
they
Jackson?
announced. Like Patrick
I think
Mahomes
it's
did the
Lamar
commercial.
Jackson.
Um,
Oh, okay.
I mean, he did this commercial. It doesn't mean he's the cover. I mean, he was last year's cover.
Yeah,
But
I think it's Lamar Jackson because he was
yeah,
MVP. I want to say it is him.
but yeah, they showed like all the way from the original Madden up until like this Madden 21. I mean, the 5 seconds we saw of it, the lighting looked amazing.
Hmm.
Uh, but I didn't like notice a huge jump up from that other than the lighting. Like that's
How'd the
kind of.
helmets look?
I mean, they look realistic,
Mm.
but yeah, they. But okay, so here's the thing about Madden 21. They are not doing smart delivery on Madden 21.
Yeah,
They
I
are
seen that
doing.
somewhere.
EA's having its own upgrade program. You can, as long as you buy it before, I think it's March 31st of like 2021, you will get Madden 21 on both consoles. Uh, which honestly, that's it's after the Super Bowl. That gives you more than enough time if you bought Madden 21. I mean, if you're buying Madden 21 like 2 years later, like I kind of get it. On EA's thing, they're giving you plenty enough time for anybody that actually buys a Madden game. But
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's still weird. They should have just put it on smart delivery and then just gone along with the bullshit messaging instead of doing their own stupid thing. Because I mean,
Yeah.
who's really going to be? How many sales are they going to lose out of if they put Madden 21 just on smart delivery? Like, are people really like 3 years down the line going, "Man, I need Madden 21"? Like, it's just weird.
Yeah, it seems like an unnecessarily stupid move because they could just kind of skate by on goodwill with that one, like kind of just let that one go, and as soon as that they got that hook, just do your normal thing. Then don't
Yeah,
because smart delivery is only for like a one-time deal. It's only
yeah. It's just
at the turn of the
for this
gen.
generation. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it
So
doesn't make sense to do your own thing when it's just like if you're doing it anyway. Why have your own program when you can just be like, yeah, it's part of that. Screw it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
It
stupid.
just it feels like adding a level of complexity to where it doesn't
Yeah,
need to be.
exactly.
But fuck it, whatever.
Yeah,
Maybe the idea is that you have to have a Series X for you to actually technically upgrade it. So if you don't have a Series X, you can't upgrade it. Then you're stuck with the original. Maybe that's how they're viewing it. I don't know. It's just weird.
yeah. Oh man. But
Okay.
they're gonna be all right. They're gonna make their copies, even if it's no smart delivery. So
All right. Now
sadly
here's
enough.
okay. Let's ditch Madden because it's just I don't know. There was no like I said, 5 seconds of gameplay. Well, if it's I don't even want to call it gameplay. Like it was a weird ad to have in the middle of this.
Yeah.
But we switched over to Vampire the Masquerade, which is also has smart delivery. Uh, the character models looked like current gen, like a mid-tier developer character models.
Yeah.
But the environments all looked actually really awesome. Like I didn't have any problem with those. I'm not into the vampire games. I was watching Jason play. I guess the another one earlier, like the other day. So I might actually pick one up and play it because it looked actually like a lot of fun.
Is that 3D as well?
Yes,
Okay.
but I don't think like most people have never played these vampire games, and I think it threw a lot of people because everybody was kind of like I saw like Dead Rising, like people throwing all kinds of weird speculation out there
Yeah.
because it's like what the fuck am I watching? Like I don't it's a weird. It was. I mean, now knowing what it is, I thought it was a good trailer. It was a fun trailer. Like it was upbeat. It's just it was like we've said from the beginning. This is kind of a mid-tier developer that's just kind of producing a game with good hardware. We know it's going to run at a high frame rate. I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing this game. I might
Yeah.
actually pick this one up. Oh, go ahead.
No, I mean, I keep hearing about like Vampire the Last Masquerade. What is it? The Masquerade?
Yeah.
Like I kept hearing about it, but I just never really paid it no mind. Because I wasn't really. It's more like an adventure game, right? Like it's just kind of like a 3D adventure game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't like all that excited for it, but I mean,
The
whatever.
trailer looked fun. That's all I know. Like
Yeah,
it has good humor, but
yeah,
it we'll see. Like
yeah. Just not.
I've never played previous games, so I don't know. Like I know what the trailer looks like, but I don't know. Like it makes me want to play the game. I'll put it that way. But
Yeah,
I wouldn't say because here's the thing: if this was just like the if this was the inside Xbox before like the big E3 conference, it'd been fine. It would have been like, yeah, these are all the cool like little indie games or like mid-tier level games that are being bolstered up. Cool. But this is kind of like their first presentation and it ended and now we have to wait a month for another set, which is fine because I mean honestly these consoles aren't out for probably like 5-6 more months. If like it's fine. But it's just kind of a weird list of games to be like, hey, this is the first Series X games, and it's like,
yeah,
okay, Vampire the Masquerade, okay, like I'm down to play it, and I my expectations were in check. Like I thought the conference was like, well, it's not a conference. I thought the video presentation was like a B. Like it was like, yeah, it's fine. Like it's kind of all the little games that always come out. Like this is what I
Yeah.
expected. Like a higher resolution, higher frame rate, better quality version of these games. Cool.
Question.
Yeah.
The thing that they're doing once a month, is it going to be like this or is it going to be different from that?
It's like this. So they're gonna have like Nintendo Directs every month, I guess until release.
I just hope they're not all double A games
No. They've
from
already
the top.
said July's the first party Microsoft game, so
Well,
that's
yeah, I
gonna
mean,
be
besides that one,
no. But you figure they have to get these out, and then you're gonna have your big third parties, which
I
are
just
gonna
want,
be
I want to
yeah.
see Batman. I want to see Batman.
I think you'll see it, but at this rate, I think these are the games that are like, yeah, we can show our game off. That's not a big issue. Somebody like EA or any of these other developers, like, yeah, we need another
Yeah,
month.
did EA show any? They didn't show anything at all.
They said Madden 21 for about 5
Oh yeah,
seconds.
I forgot about that. Yeah, but we knew about that last year when Madden 20 came out.
Yeah. I mean, just saying. That's what they showed, sir. That's what they showed. All right. Moving on from Vampire the Masquerade, unless anybody has anything else they want to comment on.
I was gonna agree with you. Like, it seems like a cool game, but it's not something I would have showed off for like kind of your first impression of a Series X game, because it just kind of looks like a weird selection, because it's not that impressive at all. It's just kind of a weird.
These are the games we all expected to come to next gen. Like, that's kind of what it is. Like, it's like I said.
I don't see that trailer here. They don't even have it on their YouTube.
They do, because I downloaded it and it just played for me. Yeah, you're just overlooking it. Not to talk shit, but trust me, I have all the videos playing in the background of our feed.
Oh, Mr. Video. Okay, my bad. Mr. Video.
All right, moving on to Call of the Sea, which is Smart Delivery and Game Pass, which, double it up. This game actually looked really pretty. I love the artwork. The lighting looked amazing. This is probably visually the best looking game. If we go by art, I don't know. Like, Scorn, even though Scorn fucked with me, Scorn probably had the best artwork. Or it's up there. Like, Scorn had amazing artwork. But this looks really pretty. Seems to be like a puzzle game? You think?
Yeah, it's like a puzzle action adventure puzzler. Looks like.
Like I said, it's very pretty. I love the art. It reminds me a lot of Sea of Thieves, but more detailed.
Yeah, it does.
It's very colorful. I mean, in HDR, I bet it's gorgeous. But yeah, they're definitely going for a very art. Like, I'm gonna use what everybody says. Oh, it's all cartoony, but no, it looked amazing. I thought it looked great. It's definitely a game I'm gonna end up playing through.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of similar to that. Was another game from the people who did. What's that first person? Was it Fire Watch?
Yeah,
it
looked like that. That'd be a good comparison to it. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're making another game similar to that. I think it's called Monument Valley or Monument something. I forget, but it looked similar to that as well. So it was interesting how similar they were. But yeah, I mean, puzzlers are very common now in the current gen side. It's definitely gonna keep going.
All right, and now the next game, it was The Ascent, and I thought this game looked fucking awesome. Like,
Cool.
I'm a big fan of twin stick shooters. This is a twin stick shooter. I think, like, people say I think it's like a sci-fi Diablo. I think this is a better comparison, because the twin stick shooters, I mean, it is technically, but fucking, you could say fucking Halo's a twin stick shooter by definition. But it's. Yeah, no, it looks really cool. Like, it's this cyberpunk looking world. There's robots. There's, like, I guess these are aliens. I don't, I haven't seen what the other people look like yet. But I love the sci-fi part of it. It just looks really fucking cool. I love, all the lighting. I believe this one is confirmed to be using ray tracing as well.
Nice.
But yeah, this is just no HUD, but it's totally gameplay. Like, like what they're showing off. It looks really cool. I'm like, I can't wait to play it, to be honest with you. And it also is going to be smart delivery, so it's going to come out this generation. Hopefully this is towards. I want it to be, before the Series X, because I'm digging this game a lot, and I want to play it. But
it looks
they
like,
didn't give any release dates, sadly. What are you gonna say?
I know. I mean, it looks like you ever played Ruiner?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks similar to that, but it looks like it's like 4-player co-op. So it's a cyberpunk isometric shooter, 4-player co-op. It looks like Ruiner too. That's basically my rundown of that one, like you said. But you said there's no release date. That's weird. And looks like you play a different I don't know if you have different costumes or if you just change your gear set because you see the main character like changing into different I guess uniforms or roles. I don't know if you've seen that. But
Yeah.
it was like so that was
I
kind of an
think they were just
interesting.
different characters. Or
Oh
maybe
yeah,
I'm just wrong.
oh that'd be cool.
But yeah, I'd love to light it. Like, I'm just. The art style is always going to win me over. Looks really good.
Yeah, definitely a highlight of the one of the highlights of the show.
Yeah. I would definitely recommend checking that trailer out, Steph.
That I just watched the Bandai
DUSTIN.
Namco trailer.
Oh, okay. All
So,
right.
you said Ascent, right? Is that
The
the one you're talking
Ascent.
about?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm watching that one now. Sorry, I'm not saying much, but I literally haven't seen any of the stuff, so
Nah,
I'm trying to watch it as you're
Yeah.
talking about it.
yeah, catch up as we go. It's good.
But
Well,
yeah.
wow, before we get too far away, I wanted to say something about Bloodlines Vampire. I think that looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
I didn't like all that weird dancing in it, but like I think the
I
game
see. I do
it
read a
could be.
bunch
It
of
reminds
vampire
me of
stories. So
it reminds me of the mob. You remember the mob game where you play as, like the mob guy who gets the powers and it's got
yeah.
like the tentacles and like the snake things coming out of his shoulders. It's like what early 360. Forgot what that game was called. You know what I'm talking about?
The darkness.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
reminds
yeah,
me of that kind of.
yeah. No way. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's also like that other vampire game of actually called Vampire or Vampire from Don't Not.
Vampire. No, that looked like trash.
I
This
mean,
actually looks like a playable game. I mean, it's first person too, and it looks more polished than the Vampire game did, in my opinion. I could
yeah,
be wrong. Could be wrong, but yeah, this looks pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna check out this Ascent trailer. I just wanted to mention that I thought that looked pretty cool.
Not like any story where they're just kind of they've been around for let's say 1,000 years. Why not? Why wouldn't you fucking be a sadistic asshole? All right. Moving on, we got The Medium. Came up next, and that was like I don't know like how to explain this. Like it's from they just said We Happy Few people. It has a woman that at the beginning of the trailer she has a baby, but then she doesn't through the trailer. And
Oh, this is the first part of the game.
no, there are no first party games.
Oh no, you
It was
mean
from the We Happy Few people.
no,
Yeah,
no,
the We Happy Few people.
it's the
Or no,
Bloober
no, not
team.
We Happy Few. It's
Layers of Fear,
Layers of
yeah.
Fear.
Observer as
Oh,
well,
okay.
and Blair Witch.
Yeah, and it has the audio producer from Silent Hill
Yeah,
working
that's a
on it.
really good.
Yeah.
That's a huge uh, talking point there.
Which I mean, it looks creepy as hell. I mean, honestly, graphically, it looks really cool. Like it's not bad. Like to me, what this is really signifying is that cutscenes this generation are pretty much what games are looking like next gen. Which is hey, it's a big plus. It's nice and very clean on these lower tier developers. So I'm not complaining at all. Looks awesome.
Plus, like Bloober Team's games usually run pretty badly on the consoles. I guess they're very ambitious, or they just have lot of like I don't know, maybe lighting or geometry, but they've never run well on the Xbox. As far as like yeah, because I play Observer and Blair Witch, and they both run like really badly. Like it's like I mean they're playable, but they're they can use an enhancement like a better like if you run them on a Xbox Series X, then I'm sure they'll run really well. Like actually like probably the best. So it's gonna be nice to have like the full power of the Series X for them to use, so they don't have to like struggle with frame rate anymore.
Yeah.
Because that seems like an Achilles heel with their games for whatever reason. I don't know if they're just not optimized the engine or they're uh just their engine not really work well with the current gen technology.
Yeah, this game looked fire.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Which
gonna
one?
be good.
You're
The
talking about
medium.
the medium? Yeah.
Yeah, this look good.
It's gonna be a creepy game. I thought they concentrated a lot on horror games this whole show. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I guess they wanted to kind of avoid all the kitty looking stuff, like because none of they usually focus on that a lot,
yeah.
even if unintentionally. So I guess they wanted to kind of showcase other types of games.
Yeah.
Just to yeah.
All right, and the Medium was also coming out on Game Pass day one. We have,
Oh, word.
yep, we
Oh, that's
have
dope.
Scarlet Nexus showed up next. It's smart delivery, so that's a cross-gen title, if you will.
Yeah, this one caught my eye. This was pretty dope.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah, it looks
Bandai
like Devil
Namco.
May Cry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Devil May Cry looking
Mhm.
game.
Yep.
Once the creatures had arms and legs, but flower heads, like it's just weird. It's weird, but it looks really pretty. Like,
Yeah, it's like a mix of like Psyops, remember that PS2 game
yeah,
or Xbox, and like Cone Vein visuals with like Devil May Cry gameplay. It's very interesting. I like the style. Glad to see more Bandai Namco like anime games come into the Xbox. And it's good that Xbox keeps highlighting them because the more visibility they give them, is the more I guess leeway they have with getting more of their games. So that's good. I'm sure is that one coming to Game Pass as well? Or that would
this
be
is
my
just
first Game
smart
Pass.
delivery, according to the trailer.
Okay. I mean that's good though. I mean they're supporting that initiative as well. So I'm just curious. It's got to be like 60 frames too.
Yeah, I
There's
would
no way.
imagine so.
Yeah, it doesn't look that
I
demanding.
didn't put it in the show notes, but I believe Aaron Greenberg said the standard or frame rate they're expecting is 60,
Mm.
with support up to 120. Not that they're mandating 60, but that they expect pretty much everything to be 60.
Yeah, the biggest question mark is Ubisoft's games because they usually like to stick to 30 for whatever reason,
Yeah,
unless it's like a simple arcade game or something. But
we'll end up seeing how it ends. I think a lot of developers are pushing to have just higher frame rates
mhm.
going into next gen because it's the first time we really had a lot of CPU cores, high powered CPU cores on both consoles. Like, so it shouldn't, it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, I actually hope they do target 60 like more than often than not, and resolution can be scaled up and down, whatever
Yeah.
dynamically or 12 1800 or 1400, whatever you got to do just to keep it
Yeah.
60.
Because even
I
if
mean,
if they start using that fucking if AMD's version of what is it, the AI upscaling, if their games are 1080 and they are upscaled to 4K and they're 60, I'm in. Shit looks amazing, the AI upscaling. So however they have to make it work.
yeah, there's
But
so many different ways to increase the resolution that there's no reason that they should sacrifice resolution for frame rate at all, with the dynamic scaling and like
yeah,
checkerboarding and all
because
that.
that's why Dirt 5 is so interesting. Because if it's 120 and let's say it's 1440p on average for the resolution, I'm in. That's awesome. I mean, more than likely, most people are only going to play, like, even if they have a 4K TV, play it, 60, but still, like, that's to be given the option for the higher frame rate. That's what we've been screaming out for so long. So,
And
but,
also like, yeah, you also bring up a good point. Like, since it's like the 120 frame stuff, you're gonna have to buy a new TV to see that. So
yeah, like,
it's
that's
gonna
not,
you know have
that's,
yeah.
even if your TV says it's 120 hertz right now, like, I have old, like, TVs that say that's not going to be good enough. Like, you need a brand new TV that supports HDMI 2.1 that actually does 120 frames per second, not just hertz at 120 hertz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
So you better move your current TV to like the bedroom or something and get a new one.
Yeah.
basically, or just use a monitor like me.
Yeah,
Monitors
that's
aren't actually, monitors are too low frame rate and low resolution to do it, what they're planning on doing. Like, this is like these new TVs are pushing everything out of the way, like monitors, everything. It's
But
crazy.
depends on which one you get, though. Which one?
You would have to pay like, no, I don't think there's a monitor that does it. There's not even a TV that does it. Because once you start talking about HDR10 at 120 frames per second at 4K,
Mm-hmm.
most specs for DisplayPort, for everything, it just goes out
Mm-hmm.
the window. Like, we're talking like $2,000-3,000 TVs to compete. Monitors are going to be in
How
same
about the
price range.
the newer Samsung
Nope,
models have
don't
the
support it.
2 point? You sure about that?
Not full not all at the same time. That's the issue. These
Oh, okay.
like they're gonna
All
be
at the same
like if you're
time.
trying to do 120 plus HDR10 plus 4K, you're maxing out the spec for HDMI 2.1 essentially, without downsampling.
Yeah, so I would expect to see a lot of TV advertisements with the console.
Yeah,
They did that already with the X. So I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't realize that. I guess that's all at the same time. I didn't realize that was a thing.
Yeah,
I just assumed that if it supports it, that it just supported it. Not, hey, we don't support it all at the same time. That's weird. That's new. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I do hope they tell people about that, so they don't be like, oh, hey, I expected this thing and got something else.
Yeah,
well,
that's
why
kind of confusing.
if you watch any like TV like review channel, they've been telling everybody 2020 like a TV from the last year is not what you want. You need a TV coming up in 2020 because that's when they're really pushing these specs to make them work correctly.
But how expensive of a TV for this?
Probably like $1,700 to get these.
1,700.
Jeez.
Nah, I'm cool. I just bought a TV last year. And you gonna tell me the TV I bought last year
is outdated? Yes. Yep.
It
is outdated.
I'm good.
And like I said, monitors aren't there yet. Like monitors are still late to the party when it comes to HDR. It's still a nightmare for monitors. But it's I don't know.
I like a monitor better. I like a smaller screen better.
No, I understand. But I'll take a 65-inch. I'm gonna probably get the Q80. I think it's T coming out in 2020. Yep, and I'm gonna get that huge ass TV. It's gonna cost me an arm and a leg, but it's gonna be amazing.
How you gonna play games with missing an arm?
Missing an arm.
First of all, it's called the adaptive controller. Okay. Microsoft just figured this shit out.
Ah, snap. So let me know where I can donate my arm and leg to get this TV as well.
But all right, let's go on to second. Talking about fucking losing an arm and leg. Second Extinction is coming out. It's also once again smart delivery. So nice.
Yeah, I thought this was the second game into the other Extinction game. Remember the game
Arc 2, sir? I thought it was Arc 2.
Nah, it looks kind of cool, but isn't there another game called Extinction that was made by the people who made Killer Instinct or who like continued Killer Instinct? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's from Iron Galaxy.
Iron Galaxy. Yeah,
I heard the game sucks. So
yeah, it does. And I was like, it's getting the second one, and they're calling it the second one.
No, it's kind of weird to name something. I mean, it's called Second Extinction or something like that.
Yeah.
So
how can you name the first game in a series Second Extinction? Like
well, because it's based on dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs have come back, and you're shooting them. So it's their second extinction.
I get it. I get that part, but it's got second in it.
I don't know. I'm just trying to explain it to you, sir. I don't know these things. I'm not the developer, but it actually looks kind of cool.
It does. I wish they would have showed more than one dinosaur, though. I felt like I only seen one in the trailer.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I'm sure they will. They're gonna have like, maybe they're just like the cannon fodder dinosaurs, then they'll move up to like the different, like the T-Rex and I don't know, like more variety ones. But we'll see. I mean, hopefully it's fun. I mean, it looks like you're just shooting dinos. I mean, hopefully it's a little bit more than that, but it's probably not. That's why I just shoot dinos, Turok style.
Yeah, but Turok was cool because you're like an Indian dude or whatever, and you had like the bow and arrow, and they had like the mystical powers and shit.
Yeah, it was such a cool series. Like I would just imagine how like a new one would be, like a really good new one.
Wasn't there one for 360? I felt like was there a 360 one?
Yeah, there was. But I never really got around to playing it. I heard it was alright. It was pretty.
Yeah, I remember that. It was okay.
But I think it's delisted, so you'd have to find like a
hard copy,
physical copy. Yeah, and even that's like kind of hard to find. A surprise game didn't get to this show. Disintegration. You know about that one? The one from Marcus Lido. They got the guy who helped make Halo.
Oh yeah, was it a Game Informer episode or not episode, but a cover?
Yeah, he's like it's
Yeah,
like
I know
like
what
a
you're talking
like a, it
about.
looks
He was the
looks like
wasn't the music guy in his
um
studio,
I don't
or
know.
no?
No, it's a different guy. But yeah, it looks like a mix of like Destiny with like uh I don't know, like hoverboards. I don't know. It's like an interesting look.
I remember seeing the Game Informer cover for it. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm surprised that didn't make this show. That would have been a good smart delivery one too. Have you seen that one, Dustin? Disintegration?
No.
I didn't realize they showed gameplay. I just seen the pictures.
Yeah, they even had a what do you call it? A beta that I played. It was really fun. I liked it. It was like you command people from your hover bike and you shoot. It's like it's a person shooter, but it has like um RTS properties and if you use your team to shoot people, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool actually. I think you like it. Very unique. But yeah, sorry I took over that one.
All right.
What was the game we was talking about?
Second Extinction. But we
Oh
were
yeah,
moving
that's right.
on
Yeah,
to Yakuza Like a Dragon.
yeah. It was kind of surprising because it was. I mean, I know we're getting Yakuza support, but this one seemed like such an upfront uh, kind of endorsement for for the Xbox as far as like Sega goes. You know, for like putting more Yakuza games, and it's a launch title as well. And also, I
Yeah.
think I saw that Dirt was a launch title as well. Dirt 5. So I think Dirt and Yakuza might be launch window or launch titles.
This is a good thing.
Yeah.
More and more support for these games that we weren't getting before. So hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Now I do have to watch this trailer. Though. Let me watch this trailer real quick
Yeah.
while you're talking. It's only 35-second trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not very long. Well, no, it should be a minute 40
A
for the
minute 40.
Yakuza. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, as a launch title, it gives it a lot more exposure compared to like you know, like any type of day release because it gives it a big spotlight of, hey, what games should I get with this console?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, being smart delivery as well, like you still can get it on Xbox One X or Xbox One. So it's not like it's one of those things where you're going, man, like, I gotta buy it on fucking a Series X. It's like, no, you can, but like you said, like you'll see all your friends that have a Series X going, I gotta see what this looks like upgraded. And
Yeah.
they'll play it, and then it just gets more people playing the game.
Yeah. I wonder if it's going to be like 4K. I would imagine so because it's not a
Yeah, I
very
believe it
demanding.
said 4K already. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very demanding at all.
I imagine that game's gonna be 4K 60, without a doubt. Yeah.
Without a doubt. Yeah, no doubt. It looks kind of different too. It has some little fantastical elements. I don't know. I know Yakuza is not completely like realistic, but this has like a weird like magical bat with like spikes on it or a chain or something.
Is that like a new thing?
I don't know. I haven't really kept up with Yakuza. I did buy Yakuza 0. It was like $15, but I haven't started playing them yet. I just have them on a backlog.
Yeah.
I think it's weird that they keep coming out with these games so often. Jesus.
I guess they have a lot of story to tell, you know.
Like the last one just came out like not too long ago, didn't it?
I think so. Well, they had like the
Oh,
original.
I guess they were remasters. So
Remasters,
I
yeah.
guess it don't count. Never mind.
Yeah, there's that, and they also like the newer ones. I think it's like Yakuza 7 or something or 6. There's only a few of them on the PlayStation 4 because they were still kind of remastering the older ones. But most of them are on PlayStation. I wonder if they're gonna hit Xbox. I would imagine so.
All right.
They're probably just
Then
porting them slowly.
the big
Sorry.
game of the show, we got Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Mm-hmm.
Like it came out swinging.
And
Visually,
and-
looks really good. I don't know. Like it looks like Assassin's Creed, but with Vikings. I mean, like I said, visually it was very pretty. What did you think of it, Will?
a little nicer than I expected. I mean, because the engine is very well developed at this point, so they had the lighting down pat, and the only things they had to work on is maybe like the character model details. But like even this looked pretty good because you got the tattoos on the character, and like the sails on the ship looked really nice. So like you can see
Yeah,
like
with the light going through.
yeah, the light, like diffusion going through, it's really impressive, very realistic. I would imagine the ship combat's going to play a lot bigger role than um, other Assassin's Creed games. I mean, I would imagine it'd be the same as like Black Flag or
Well,
something.
this
'Cause,
is the Vikings going into England, so I imagine there'll be some ship combat. For the most part, I don't think you're going to have much of it because it's the Vikings didn't have like huge, ships. It was just small boats that they were able to get across and fuck up, fuck up the
yeah,
English. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Definitely. But yeah, it looks really cool. Visually, it looks amazing.
yeah, I'm looking forward to the full reveal. That's going to be very nice looking. Like, as far as because I wonder if did they say they're gonna have like different seasons or anything like that?
I don't know. I don't
'Cause
believe
that
they
would kind of,
said anything like that during this.
I feel like that would make sense.
All right, and then that they talked about having hundreds of games in 2021, ready. With all the major studios and medium-sized studios all being super excited to develop for Xbox and the Series X. And that was it. That
Yeah,
it pretty much was inside Xbox. Like we didn't really get anything other than that.
yeah, they showed a huge picture of all the developers,
Yeah.
which I thought was interesting just to see which new developers on there. The one that caught my eye though is not a whole lot of people know about them is Spike Chunsoft. They usually uh, support the PlayStation very heavily, so that was very surprising to see them. I'm sorry. I mean, Asobo's on there, so it's, stuff that's like typical. Playful's on there as well, but I'm curious if they're gonna release the new Super Lucky Stale from the Switch version, and they're gonna port it over to the Xbox. Like maybe, I'm imagining that might be another multi-platform game because it was like a time exclusive. You got Remedy there because of what's that game? Crossfire. They're making with the Korean studio. Uh, let's see, a lot of interesting ones here. Uh, let's see.
Why you looking at that? I seen the Disintegration trailer. It looked pretty. It looks like Bungie DLC, not Bungie DLC, Destiny DLC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It
definitely
looks,
fun.
it looks cool though.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bungie did tweet out that Destiny 2 is coming to the Series X.
Oh, really? Was it
Yeah.
just today?
Yep. They tweeted out. They commented on Xbox's Twitter
Are they gonna
post.
release Destiny 3 already?
Nope, Destiny 2 is what they said. Destiny 2. Which means
Oh, yeah.
DLC, sir. DLC.
Yeah, DLC.
Hey,
yeah,
Destiny 2, 60, locked 4K, locked 60. I mean, it's a pretty looking game already. They put some better anti-aliasing up there. They turn up some effects.
yeah, you up it to 60. It looks amazing.
All right. Is there any? Well, I can go over because you're kind of seeing it after the fact stuff. Well, how'd you feel about the show? Like I said, I thought it was a B myself. Like
I'd give it.
I didn't have huge expectations.
Yeah, I was like they were saying like the temporary expectations. I was kind of like, oh, this is not good. So I kind of like it's slightly below expectations. I mean, I would give like a C, I guess. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't like as terrible as people making it out to be like on Twitter. I
Yeah.
think people were going a little overboard on that. So
I like Michael Pachter gave it an A. He was like, it's exactly what they should have shown. It was awesome. Like it's this is what we were expecting. And I was like,
that's surprising.
man, I don't want to give it an A. Like I think I really do. To me, I think it was they should have, in my opinion, they should have had one first party game for each reveal event. You know what I mean? Like just right at the end. And I know Assassin's Creed was the big thing here, so leave Assassin's Creed at the end. Maybe put it at the beginning. Like just have that one big, hey, this is what fucking Turn 10's doing. Like just a brief preview of something. Like that's the one you give like the 10-second video on, where it's like, oh shit, look at that. That was a really realistic looking car. See it in July. You know, like
Yeah, I feel like the wait's it's a little too long. It's not like that far away, but at the same time, it's a little frustratingly like far. You know, it's like you just want to see the stuff from them already because they've been so tight-lipped. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
but
What
they
you
even
mentioned.
haven't been tight-lipped. Like they've been giving us shit all the time. Because usually we wouldn't get any of this for another month or so. Anyway.
Yeah,
So
like we're Everwild.
they've been
And
like we got the announcement of the console. We saw the console. We've seen some games now. Like shit, I'm shocked that they haven't fucking tossed out a price at this point.
Yeah.
You know, like they've been feeding us, but we're getting almost like a little too greedy. Because like if they do get, and I'm not trying to like defend them or some shit, but if they just released everything tomorrow, like it's going to be a lot of fucking empty space where there's just not a lot of talk. It's like you saw it, like there it is. Like we'll see you in like 6 months. Like they're in a weird position, you know, where it's like I don't know.
Yeah, they've been on a decent like cadence of like news, so I think they've been doing pretty well.
Yeah,
Um,
I
they
think
just
I
kind of
agree.
hit.
Vern was talking
Yeah,
about how he thinks this is their first misstep. Like
yeah, I agree.
not even a misstep, more of a bump where it's just like, yeah, you didn't nail this. Like
Yeah,
you nailed everything up until now, and you've been killing it. But this,
Uh,
it's okay.
yeah,
Like,
it's a small bump in the road. I mean, it kind of sucks, but you know, just they'll get over it. They're just gotta keep showing their stuff, you know. And I think as more games get shown over the course of the next couple months, it's gonna be less of an issue. It just kind of it's not a great first impression of the game stuff, but if they show better stuff later on, then you know I'm sure all will be forgiven.
yeah. All right. Moving on from. Well, no, I'm sorry, Steph. So after watching all the trailers on YouTube and not watching it live, what did you think of what they released?
uh, I kind of I mean, I was waiting for Batman or some shit like that. So
I know.
I mean, I'm kind of,
No Cyberpunk.
and yes, all those things. Like I was thinking Cyberpunk, Batman,
CD
every
Projekt
triple.
Red said they would not be there for
Hey,
sure.
I wanted to show. But I didn't see that before, so I had no idea.
Yeah.
So I was expecting everything that wasn't
First party.
Assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't first party and it wasn't Assassin's Creed because I didn't care about those things. I didn't care about Assassin's Creed because they already told me they was going to be there. I'm thinking of the unannounced stuff, and
Yeah.
I mean, though there was those things were there, but it just wasn't.
It
It just
wasn't.
wasn't
It was
what I
kind of
wanted
the
it to
niche
be.
stuff. Yeah, like
Yeah,
the stuff.
it's like, hey, let's show them all the double A stuff first. Like, why?
Like all
But I
I
mean,
hear
there
is
was some
people
cool stuff
always
there.
talking up Yakuza, and it's like, okay, that's awesome. You got it. It's there. Well, it's not. It's not what I wanted. It's like, well, I mean, that's what that kind of announcement is. It's like it's a niche thing. Like the big game was Assassin's Creed. I think Bright Memory was a good way to open the show.
Oh hell yeah, that
Yeah.
was the first game they showed.
Uh huh.
Oh yeah, that looked fire. Oh
Yeah.
man,
Like
that looked great.
yeah. Like I said, I give it a B. I think it was fine. Like, but then I wasn't expecting every game to look like fucking what is it? Hellblade 2. Like, they're indie games. They're
Oh, I mean, I get that. I mean, I knew that there would be some smaller games, but I wasn't expecting 90 to maybe 75% of them to be that. I thought there would be like a few, like boom, like had they had their E3 show and this was all the stuff that wasn't first party, I would be like, well, where's the other stuff? You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Like I said, this to me feels like the pre E3 show. And then in it, like after this, we would have got the full on stage E3 conference. You know?
Yeah, and I'm thinking that this coronavirus stuff is affecting
Oh,
those
definitely.
studios more
Yeah.
more than what they're letting on the companies themselves, not Microsoft, but
Or no, but
like
even Microsoft came out and said, "Hey guys, look, fucking at the end of the day, like this is the hardware's fine, like the software's where we're kind of little
yeah,
suspect on."
yeah. Well, they don't know the dates aren't as solid as they used to be because they're adapting every day to working remotely. So I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I was expecting to see like one or two more games
Larger
other
third
than
party.
Assassin's Creed. Yeah, that was a bigger. I mean, I know we weren't going to see Battlefield because that's not till next year. But what's their other game that they're going to release this year? What's their big third party game this year?
It's probably
Because
some kind of
remember
Star Wars
last.
game.
Well, no, they had the big Star Wars game last year. Remember they had the
Aren't they working on like 4 of them now? Like they're always rolling out a Star Wars
they
game.
canceled the other ones besides, but they canceled the Amy Hennig game, and there was another one that they canceled. I think so. The only one that came out, the only ones that came out was Battlefront and the Jedi Fallen Order or whatever it's called.
Well, they said
So,
that's part of a new franchise now, so that they're
I
gonna
mean, it's a
make
part of a franchise, but I'm not expecting to see the sequel this year. The
no.
game
Well,
just
they
came
still
out. So what's their big game other than Madden and
well they got
and
Apex.
I don't even know.
They got
Well,
the new
yeah, but I
season.
mean, but that's I don't need to see more Apex right now. I want to see what their new game's going to be. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know what you mean. I agree. Like they need to show like a new like some more. They gotta have a bigger volume of games. Like show like bring back SSX. Like bring back like a fight night. Like, even if it's not like a licensed fight night, just
Bro,
bring
if
back.
they showed Fight Night today, oh my god, can you imagine that? That'd have been dope.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be licensed, or just use like like people like up and comers. I don't know. Just don't you don't have to be like fully
Nah,
like.
bro, it gotta be licensed, bro. I gotta see Dante Wilder,
Uh,
fucking
I don't know,
somebody
man.
like I gotta see the Bronx Bomber, man. Even
I
though
mean, that'd be cool.
he got his ass beat. I gotta see Bronx Bomber, man.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I mean, like stuff like that, like SSX, why what happened to SSX? Why don't they do anymore? That's ridiculous. Like the last one made a lot of money. I don't understand what happened there. Um,
Well, they shut. I think
they
they
did-
shut those. Cause wasn't that like one like group of studios like they all made all like those like the Street NFL Street, and they made a couple. The EA Big, like didn't they shut
yeah,
all those studios?
I think that was in like Vancouver, Canada, or something like that. Yeah, they're BA Big made all those stuff. They got to bring that back though. Like like just bring all that because that's what people love their games for. Just kind of bring more goodwill back to their brand because they're just making very few
Man,
games.
I think the last uh what was it? Dead Space was like one of their last real like new franchises that people liked was Dead Space that I can think of besides Apex.
Well, they also
But
have
that
Anthem. Anthem was, but like that shit was like,
yeah, but come on, bro. It looked good when they first showed it, but then it was a lifeless shell. It was a shell of what could have been a great game.
I mean, I've been playing it now. I'm really enjoying it, but the content is just the biggest problem with that game. I mean, I hope they had also that to show the 2.0 stuff
Story's
and
not good apparently. What do you think about the story?
story. It's pretty good, but it's
For
very
for
beta.
okay for a Bioware game. What do you think about the story for a Bioware? They made Dragon Age
It's not as
Inquisition.
good. I mean,
They
yeah, it's
made
not as
Mass
good as
Effect.
that.
I mean, it's not.
Because they try to do two things at once. They try to do like a games as a service game plus like the good developed story with like your own character, but it just didn't really fully come together as well because there's still there's a little bit of a disconnect there. So they just need a lot more content to fill it out. So I kind of hope to see 2.0 come up in their conferences at some point. I mean, maybe they're just not mentioning it and they're just gonna keep their head down and just keep working on it until it's done.
I feel like they've done that. They've had a couple other games where they've was it Battlefront? They reworked, and was there another game that they reworked like this?
Well, Battlefield, was it the last one? Five, is it?
Yeah,
What
no,
was it?
I mean, they've reworked it. That came out hot, and they didn't really have to do much to fix that game. They just basically had to, do regular updates. But like Battlefront, like was a game that people were not buying because of the fucking microtransactions, and they had to like redesign the multiplayer just because they were embedded in the gameplay. So
Yeah, they did rework that. Yeah, so it's a lot better of a game.
and Anthem, I mean, it's calling it Anthem 2.0 for a reason. They're changing a lot of stuff with that. So
Yeah,
I'm I hope they can have the success that Ubisoft had when, um, what was it? The fucking sword fighting game. They had their, that wasn't as good as it could have been when it launched, and they fixed that. And same thing with not Destiny. I want to say
For Honor, you mean?
Division. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all their games, like Rainbow Six Siege when it came out. I mean, the Division when it came out. I mean, all these games were. I mean, maybe I think the Division did do well, but they did have to adjust to what their player base wanted, and I think EA needs to do that. And I'm sorry that we're turning this topic into an EA topic. I don't
Yeah,
even know
we're
why.
moving on. All
Yeah.
right,
Let me do that.
that was
Oh,
it for Inside Xbox
well,
slash
that's
EA update.
Yeah. Do we have
remember,
anything else going on?
well,
News wise?
Elden Ring. Oh, I forgot. Can't even say it.
Ring.
Elden Ring. Yeah, it wasn't there, which is kind of
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, I know Special Ed was saying props to Xbox era. Special Ed, he was saying about not showing up. So I guess he was right on that one. But yeah, that's surprising because they have a deal with them. So you would expect them to show that there, unless they're delayed their
Too early in development, maybe.
build. Could be. Or they just wanted to
Shit.
save it for
But
E3 or something.
E3 last
And not save it for E3, but save it for their bigger show. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because we don't know if their other show is going to have third
Well, it's not
parties
just
involved.
other shows. There's like 4 more shows.
Yeah, it's
Like
gonna be
that's, they got to spread the content out somehow.
But you'd have to figure it's on the Xbox stage because they are like marketing it, right?
Yeah.
So
No, it's going to be at one of their shows, but Microsoft has 4 more shows. It's not like because everybody's confusing this with Jeff Keighley's thing.
Yeah.
And it's not. Like, Keighley is essentially just going, okay, we're doing a summer of, like, releases or whatever, like, news. But he's coming off the backbones of this. Like, he didn't produce any of this stuff. He's just like, hey, Microsoft's doing these 4 events, and if you want to see what everybody's doing, come through me, and I'll show you what live streams to watch and what, like, events to see. Like, he's not really producing anything in particular.
So similar to that YouTube show he does with the during E3, like something like that.
Yeah, it's more just like, hey, this is, we're reacting to what Microsoft did. Oh, Sony's holding something. We're going to react to what Sony did. Like, it's not it's not what Microsoft just did. It's not even that. It's just him going, hey, if you want to follow me, I will show you all the way through, like, all these events you should watch, from Microsoft to Sony to Nintendo to whoever. Like, he's not doing his own show or anything. Like, he's not, like, getting a stage or anything like that.
You know what I missed that he did? I remember the bonus round on the game trailers. That was a good show.
Okay, so we had other news that came out this week, other than Inside Xbox. We had Skater XL announced for the Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Some of the key features were Skater XL is unique in that it doesn't have any tricks programmed into it, only controlling the movement through the thumbsticks. Each thumbstick is connected to the corresponding foot of the skater, and the player moves the stick. The board constantly responds, more like a musical instrument. The player has complete freedom, whether it be pushing a nail in the line or skating freeform. You can play as real-life pro skaters. You can do real-life iconic skating locations. They have customizable characters. You have a sandbox mode and like a big community around this game. I mean, it's cool that it's coming. I'm miss skating games, but I would rather have like a Tony Hawk where I don't want to have to sit here and learn how to fucking skate in a fucking video game through a controller. So I'll see how well it runs, I guess. Hopefully there's a demo or something.
I wonder if people are going to confuse this with Sessions because they're kind of similar, I guess, in some ways.
Definitely.
And that still hasn't come out yet. I think that's preview or something, right? Or I don't know. It's like beta. Who knows with that game?
All right. Followed by Jeff Keighley came out on Twitter, and he just what we were talking about. His kind of it's time to play the future was his statement. And he wrote, since I was a kid, one of my favorite parts of the summer has been seeing all the video game companies band together to hype us up about the future of the incredible medium. This year has been a challenge for all of us while we were. For a while, I thought 2020 might be the first time in 25 years we didn't have a big magic industry-wide moment. It really bummed me out to see everything fractured. More than ever, this is a year we need to be positive, uplifting center of gravity to bring a global community together. So that what we're going to build today, I'm proud to announce Summer Game Fest, a 4-month-long season of news events from all your favorite game platforms and publishers. It's all the news you've been waiting for, but also in-game events, playable content, demos, and select titles, and a bunch of fun surprises. Summer Game Fest isn't a singular show, but a whole season of events. Or 4 events. Yeah, that's the thing. But a whole season 4 events. The schedule hub is summergamefest.com. We'll guide you through the next 4 months to make sure you don't miss a thing. And trust me, there are some amazing events coming, and I'm working on some plan for a developer showcase with my friends at I Am 8-Bit, and of course, Gamescom. ONL on August 24th is a big season finale. Thanks to all of the game companies and developers who are working hard under challenging circumstances to keep us entertained, I hope SGF is a way to show that these artists just how much their work helps us get it through uncertain and scary times. Keep playing the future. Gaming is about to get really bright this summer. Jeff. So yeah, I mean, I probably should have led with that, but yeah, he's just trying to pull everybody together into one big chorus of gaming that usually we have in E3.
So is he gonna stream like this stuff like over like that channel that he's advertising? Was it out?
No, like he said, he is just pointing you to like, hey, check out Xbox's channel. Hey, check out this. Hey, do that. And there might be some more stuff on top, but for the most part, it's just him directing.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how that's gonna work out.
All right. We also got reports that AMD has been ramping up CPU production for both PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, even with not even the coronavirus will delay the next gen consoles. Bloom. I think AMD has a booming first quarter, having pulled in revenue of $1.79 million from Ryzen and Radeon products, contributing 80.4% of AMD's success. But yeah, they're like full steam ahead. We're gonna get our consoles. Question is do we get our software? So that's kind of what everybody really, is talking about at this point, is with everybody working at home and that delay, like slowing down production for all these software ventures. It might cause games to get pushed back. It really will.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about with the launch games for these consoles. Like, what's going to come out first, or what's going to come out with it? It's going to be a very, very big question.
I mean, games that have been developed in development for a very long time, I don't think are going to have as much of a problem as these smaller titles.
Yeah.
Because you figure by the time launch hit, Halo's going to be in development for fucking 6 years. Like, that game is pretty, like, its foundation should be pretty fucking solid. Like, this at this point, I would imagine they're just polishing whatever that game's going to be,
Imagine it misses like the launch window and like there's like no first party games. It's all third party. You think that'll ever happen?
That would be trash. Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be garbage. But yeah, I don't see any possible way that happens.
I think you get Halo.
Yeah, I think you get Halo. I think you get Forza launch day.
Like Gears Tactics, maybe Battletoads. We'll see.
Yep. Phil Spencer. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, good.
I was going to say, Phil Spencer says Project xCloud will come to Xbox Game Pass users paying twice as much. So, yeah, it looks like that Game Pass is just going to be that xCloud will be part of Game Pass as in the price. But my question is that just the Game Pass games that are on xCloud, or does that include all titles that you own going through xCloud?
Good question.
But yeah, it looks like that. Hopefully, it means that it's all together in one. So if you have, Game Pass Ultimate, that you'll just get xCloud and everything all together.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Fingers crossed. That's what I want. That's what I want. I don't want to pay anymore. I'm happy. I'm happy with $15 a month for Game Pass Ultimate. That's fine. It just needs to have everything.
Yeah.
That's all Ultimate.
Yeah.
One should have it all.
Yeah. So another article, we have now Xbox faces a lawsuit over drifting controllers on the Elite 2. Now,
Really?
I've been very lucky that I have not had any issues. Nobody that I know has had any issues with their Elite Series 2.
I've seen a few videos online, people posting like the little videos of their game. They're playing like something third person and the controller's moving by itself. So you'd think this would be something they could fix with software updates and I'm surprised they haven't figured that out by now.
It seems to have to do with like the dead zone because usually it's
Well,
only
somebody
certain
said there's a piece of plastic in there that gets rubbed down over the
Yeah.
first 2 months, and that's what's causing it.
Oh, that's not good.
Really, so it's not software.
But
So
it's
So
weird
it
'cause,
actually
I
in
mean,
the hard controller.
yeah, but it's only certain games like every other game, but like the battle royale games like PUBG and Apex usually have. That's when I noticed the most have like the drift. Every other game is fine. So I don't know. It's maybe those games or I don't know. 'Cause,
I notice that Call of Duty has an issue with drift by itself, no matter what controller I use.
yeah.
Like, it's something that just happens naturally in that game.
Yeah, so what I do
But
is
once you
usually,
reset the game, it fixes.
yeah, or you can adjust the dead zones, which helps as well. It might still drift like on the menus, but usually it'll fix it during the game if you properly like calibrate it. But yeah, I mean this kind of sucks. I mean it is definitely a thing. So Nintendo got the same thing going on with regards to legal stuff. So was it what is it a class action lawsuit?
Yeah, it's a class action.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be opposed to this. Hopefully, nailing quality control down better because you pay a lot for these controllers. You should be getting them uh, at a good quality out the gate, not have to worry about stick drift.
Whoa. Well, what we got next, Dustin? We got
All
next.
right. EA remains focused on live services with 14 new games this year. So they have Burnout Paradise Remastered, Nintendo Switch, Command & Conquer Remastered, PC, which is fucking, I'm sold, can't wait. Medal of Honor VR, FIFA 21, Madden NFL 21, NHL 21, unannounced sports game, an HD remake to an EA game is number 8, which that HD remake supposedly is going to be the Mass Effect trilogy. Yeah, super good. All right, we got then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 are all EA. Well, no, there's 2 EA mobile games and EA partner games. So we're not sure exactly which ones those are, but that's
Not much
there's
there.
only one that I fucking care about. That's the Mass Effect trilogy. All right, I can give a fuck about anything in this article except for Mass Effect trilogy remastered.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, that Command & Conquer remastered, I care about you. Like, I'm gonna play that game. That game's gonna be fucking amazing. I love Command & Conquer, but Command & Conquer and Mass Effect, the rest of EA can burn. Like, I don't care about these games. I mean, how many times can you fucking release Burnout Paradise at this point? Like, it's coming to Switch, I get it, but Jesus, fucking get over that game already.
Full MSRP to like $59.99.
Yeah, it's fucking a joke at this point. But yeah, Mass Effect trilogy remake supposedly coming this year, guys. That should be exciting. All right,
We'll see. I mean, you think they'll go all the way, or they're just kind of slap HD textures and call it a day?
I think so. I don't. What you mean on Mass Effect? I don't know. I know they're completely rebuilding Red Alert for PC, but the Mass Effect, I'm not sure. Not sure.
I think if they just even if they remake the first one, that'll be good. And then the second two, that you can just port. So the first one.
I mean,
I played
just
the
running
first
those
one.
games at 4K makes them look amazing too. Like it's the upres is awesome, but
Yeah, the combat, I don't know, it might not hold up as well, but
I think the combat in 2 and 3 hold up fine. It's more the combat in 1
The
is
first
like,
one,
going to
yeah,
be
the first
rough, yeah.
yeah.
But even when it released, it was fucking rough. It was never a great combat game. And then it turned into an awesome fucking multiplayer shooter somehow by the third one.
Yeah,
But
that was odd, really.
all right, let's see. Xbox tweeted out every game you'll see on Inside Xbox, which we watched, will be Xbox Series X optimized. Spoilers, you're going to see this badge a lot. Alright, so they're releasing this little badge. I'm curious if you're going to see this on, like, game, like, disc or something, like, just to say, hey, even if it's an Xbox One game, we put this little logo on it, and you know that when you put it in your drive, it'll download the Series X version and it plays. Or how they're going to push this logo around. But I imagine that's what it's going to happen, is we'll end up seeing the logo everywhere.
Yeah, hopefully it becomes a thing. It's not just like a. I mean, it was just going to be like a launch initiative thing, I'm guessing, because it's not going to really. Past like a year or two, it's probably not going to be a thing. But I do hope a lot more developers are on board. But you can already see with EA, they're not like completely going by this. I would imagine Activision is going to be pretty scummy about it.
Yeah. Alright, following, we have the Apex Legends Season 5 launch trailer. I don't play Apex, so you're going to have all the excitement for me, guys. Is this good, bad?
Yeah, it was like a story trailer for the new character, Loba. There's animation, but they usually have different animation styles for the characters. Tomorrow's going to be the gameplay trailer for the new season, so they're going to show off the cosmetics and maybe like new features and stuff like that. So I believe it's tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern PM.
Okay.
So yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. I mean, they extended the week for the last pass, cause so people can hurry up and get their rewards. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, I've been going between PUBG and this, so it's hard to juggle both passes, as you can imagine. So
I haven't watched it yet, but I seen like a little. I guess I seen the thumbnail or whatever. But anytime they release a new character, I always get excited. It's one of my favorite battle royale games still to play. I kind of got back into it over the last week or so, playing with one of my friends. So
well,
I'm good
most
to see them
people,
playing it or
yeah,
updating it.
I mean, most people want them. I mean, I think this guy's gonna get a buff. What's his name, Mirage? Okay, that's like a much requested.
Ooh, my guy's gonna get a buff.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like one of the first in line, hopefully.
What are they
'Cause,
gonna do to him?
they're not sure. I mean, they might give him better clone, like light clones, or I don't know. It's hard to say, but they're definitely gonna have to buff him because everybody else pretty much got like tweaks and stuff except for him. Maybe hasn't got too much, but he's already fine. Like he's not like that badly off. So I'll let you
Well,
know.
that's my main character. I mean, I
Yeah, I
don't
know.
feel at a disadvantage when I'm using him. Honestly,
Yeah, but it's like his ultimate's not like. I mean, maybe they'll tweak his ultimate to give him more capabilities. I feel like that'll be fair. Like maybe pick up a what do you call it, a banner or something, you know. But
so
yeah,
I'm sorry, you cut off for me. Say that again.
I mean maybe they'll give him more capabilities while he's invisible for his ultimate.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
But
pick up
just instead
banner.
of just running
Yeah, because you can't do anything else, right? You can't even pick up a banner or weapons. So
anything, yeah. But I mean, if you use it strategically, you can sneak up behind squad and yeah, possibly kill a few. But I feel like you get spotted very easily. Like the times that like if you're like 10 feet, away from me, and I use my alt, you're gonna see. There's really no way to escape it.
yeah, I
Right.
guess it depends on how far away they seen you disappear because they could probably anticipate where you went. So I
No, you
mean,
can literally you can see him. You can see you
oh
can
yeah.
see it. It's not. It doesn't. I don't know something about it. It just not. It doesn't work that good. You can see it.
Yeah, so they definitely need to change that then. Yeah, that's not good for if you're gonna give him ultimate, at least give him something that works. But yeah, Apex.
Apex. What else
All
we got,
right.
Dustin?
We have Mortal Kombat 11 on Twitter. Came out. One second. I gotta open the article. I didn't open it yet. Sorry. The title wasn't making sense. Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath releases May 26th on all digital platforms.
Yeah, that's a new trailer DLC with 3 new characters, which is Fujin, Shiva, and who else is there? Damn, I forgot the name of the third character. Oh, RoboCop, which gets a guest star there. It's actually voiced by Peter Weller, which is awesome. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. See how he moves and stuff.
Can't wait to take my side arm out of my thigh and shoot someone in the nose. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and you could replicate Terminator versus RoboCop, which is cool.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? I don't remember that being a thing.
Yeah, it was a game.
Oh, a game. Okay.
Yeah, also
All
like a fan thing, you know.
right. Talk about things. Cyberpunk 2077 ESRB rating. Details. It's explicit character creator. You will be able to control the size of your wang. That's what they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
There's going to be sex in this game. First person sex scenes. There's going to be all kinds of crazy shit. This game is meant for fucking adults. It is hitting a mature rating for sure. But yeah, you can determine the definition of your character's genitalia. Okay? That's what they're
What's wrong with
telling you.
that?
Just letting you know. Just letting you know.
It's really weird.
I mean, it's whatever. You're gonna be able to do whatever you want in this game, like apparently. So yeah, fucking get ready, Cyberpunk.
They must have big plans for your character model.
Big
To be
plans.
doing.
I see what you did there, sir.
Yeah.
It wasn't intentional, but I see what you did. All right. But that's it for news, guys. I like we don't really need to talk about Cyberpunk's character creator till I don't know. We have fucking a character creator to mess with.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's whatever. So yeah, it's gonna let you do whatever you want apparently. So character creators. I think I'm gonna end the show here, guys, and we'll just save because we're already an hour and a half in. Save like what you've been playing and everything for next week. Unless
Oh man, I had some good stuff too.
did you want to do it? I'll let you do it.
I
But
just because well, I also want to talk about one game that I played, kind of relevant to the show, real
okay,
quick.
you
I've been
go
playing
for it.
Gears Tactics.
Oh, how do you like it?
I mean, RTS isn't really like my thing like, per se, but I mean, it's way. I'm having more fun with it than I thought I would. Just put it that. So um, if you are just an avid Gears fan and you just enjoy the story, it's worth playing. Definitely, if you got a PC. So I mean, I really do like it. I mean, I was surprised. I probably put 2 hours in it for 3 different nights. So I played about 6 hours of the game. Every time I play it for at least 2 hours, and it's fun. It's got a little bit more challenging, like with each mission. There's a lot to go into it because it's kind of RPG ish, or I don't even know if they consider it RPG, RTS, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I guess it's the part of the being a strategy game. I don't know. It's not the kind of games I normally play. So but I mean, it's way more fun than I thought it'd be. I knew the story was going to be good just by the trailer, so that's the main reason why I wanted to play it. But like, there was way more like, uh, I mean, you're not actually like shooting people, but I guess it was more satisfying than I thought it'd be. Like because you still curb stomp people and like beat the shit out of them and like all those fun gears things that you do in the game. But I guess it was more satisfying than I thought it'd be because if you really think about it, like when you go to curb stomp somebody, you just press B and you don't do nothing else. I mean, you know what I mean? There's not much more to it. So yeah, I'm having fun with the game, and I like the characters. The main character, uh, he's pretty cool. He got like a nice design, and I guess one of the your allies. I mean, it's way better than I thought it'd be, and just leave it at that. I don't need a long and drawn out thing, so but it's way better than I thought it'd be, definitely. So, Will, you should play it definitely
Yeah, one day.
one day. One day when it's on
Yeah,
Xbox,
when
not
I
on
get to
PC.
the Xbox, yeah.
Man, I'd say if you have access to a computer and you can run this game, I wouldn't wait for it if you got game.
Yeah, it's more of an issue of like my computer is not very well good suited for games, so it's just kind of out of necessity.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
I mean, yeah.
I just wanted to like download it and see. I was like, I'll just see what it looks like and try. And then I was 2 hours, 3 hours later, I'm like, oh, that's not bad.
You
And
just
I even
couldn't.
had to like, I even like my computer got turned off when I went to work, and I had to restart the first mission over, and so I played more of the game than I should have. And normally when that happens, like when I have to start over a story from the beginning, like more than like 45 minutes, I don't even play it. I just like fuck it. I'm not even gonna play it. I don't want to do this all over again. Especially when it's tutorial stuff. Like the whole first 2 hours of the game is like teaching you how to play the game. You know, because there's like a lot of like menu stuff and it's a lot of stuff that goes into it. So I don't
But
know, man. I'm surprised how much I'm actually having fun with the game. So I'm not mad at Microsoft for making an RTS as much as I was when I guess I think it was last week, the week before when I talked about it. But I'm still wish it was a genre that more people would jump into without hesitation. If this is a third person shooter, more people would want to play it, and I think that's you're doing yourself an injustice by not at least trying to play it if you have Game Pass and a computer.
you
This is
play with a mouse keyboard or with a.
yeah, but I mean, you don't even need a keyboard. You just use a mouse. You could just play it with a mouse.
Okay.
There's some stuff where you like need to like a mouse. I mean, or a keyboard. But I mean, I try like when I play PC games like this, I play a couple other games where it's you don't really need a keyboard when you're playing it. I try to make all like the keys that are relevant. I put them like on my because my mouse has like extra buttons on it and stuff. So I like try to make it to where I could just use the mouse if if I want to. I mean, you don't play on PC, so you may not know what I'm talking about. But if you play a little bit of PC stuff, you would understand. Like, there's like 6, 7, 8 mouse buttons on my mouse, and if you don't need to use the keyboard, I mean, you just it's kind of like a game where you can like sit back and chill and play. Like, I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of thinking with it, which is cool, but it's not like like not like
Competitive.
playing Call of Duty. And I mean, it
Yeah.
can be competitive. Like I'd like to see like someone else was the I want to say horde, but I know it's not horde. But you know what I'm talking about? The locust.
Yeah.
What are they called now? What's their new name?
Swarm.
Swamp. Yeah, yes,
Swarm.
whatever.
Yeah.
I guess it is locust because it's a prequel.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, I like to see what it'd be like to play against somebody who was like that wasn't a computer. I mean, because the computer the AI is pretty good in this game. Like if I could like play against someone else, like on like an arena, like kind of like Halo Wars 2.
hmm
Like I think that would be pretty cool. Like if they had like multiplayer for this. But I mean
Surprised
that's
it doesn't.
something. Yeah, yeah, I am too. Like after playing it, I'm like, man, like if I can like, especially because you excuse me, like you leveling up characters and stuff. Like if you could level up your characters and like go online like and play, I think that would be pretty dope. But anyway,
Maybe Halo Wars is not that great. Not that um good
well
online.
there's base building and stuff like that with Halo Wars that makes it more of a draw for like a multiplayer game like whatever. And I played Halo Wars too, but I played it on Xbox, and I think maybe if I go back and play it on PC, I might enjoy it better just because of the keyboard and mouse support. And even if it's just a mouse, something about like using a mouse for those kind of games, I think makes it a little bit better. Just for me anyway.
Mhm.
Not to say that they did a bad job with the controller because a lot of people say that it's really good, but I've always played PC games, so it doesn't really bother me to use a keyboard and mouse, especially when it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like PUBG,
Yeah.
definitely for a game like that. But yeah, that's just really I don't want to be super long with it. I want to drag the show out forever. So Dustin, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello.
Will, do you got anything you wanted to hit before we?
Yeah, mostly Anthem, PUBG, Luminous.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. Oh yeah,
Oh,
Streets of Rage 4 as well. Yeah, that's a big one.
yeah. It was. Yeah, I haven't gotten too far into it, but it's beautiful game. I want to play multiplayer with somebody.
Yeah, I was playing with a special ed the other day. It wasn't as bad online as I expected, especially since it's in Australia. So I was like, it was pretty decent for what it
Did you
was.
say Rage multiplayer?
No, the Streets of Rage 4.
Oh, Streets of Rage. Okay, I was thinking of the other Rage.
Yeah.
All right. I played Skyblock. Started a server up. It's a Minecraft mod, essentially. If anybody's interested in playing, let me know, and I'll invite you to my server, and we can all build together in the sky. It's amazing.
You know, that reminds me, Dustin. When are we gonna do Dungeons and Dragons? That's that. So
It's still a thing. I still got to work on it. It's I haven't decided on a date or a format yet on how we're gonna do it. I know y'all still need to get dice.
well, I mean, I would have bought them already if I'd
Yeah.
known that we were actually gonna like. I have them sitting in my Amazon cart. So
Because essentially all we're going to do is just, like, I'm going to trust everybody on when they say they roll something, they roll it. We'll have to go through a character creator and build y'all some characters. We'll live stream that. I'm not sure, but we have to find a date in time to do it. Because it usually takes 4 to 5 hours to build characters. So it's something that takes a lot of time, and it needs to be a day off for everybody. It's just, yeah, it's gonna be interesting trying to get that together online, but we'll figure it out.
all right, cool.
All right, but until next week, we appreciate everybody for tuning in and hanging out with us. I'm sorry about the restream thing. I really thought I had it working the other day, and it was working through YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer. When I went to do it today, it only went to Twitch, and then YouTube and Mixer just kept going, loading, but never went through. So we just ended up doing it on Mixer because that's where we've been doing the program. But I'm sorry, we will figure that out and get everything everywhere. I'm not sure if they're just being hit really hard and that's why I didn't connect today or what's going on with it. But we will eventually get it figured out. And that way we can hang out with y'all wherever you want to listen to us. But until then, we'll see y'all next week on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. And y'all take it easy, be safe, stay healthy.
Later, guys.
Peace.